Hello, I'm Frank Buckholz, Community Director for North Langley of the Greater Langley Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the candidate videos that the Chamber is providing as a public service for the 2018 municipal election in Langley Township and Langley City. With me today is Craig Teichrieb. He is seeking a seat as a councillor on the Township of Langley Council. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you.
Can you give us a little bit of background about yourself and why you've decided to run in this election?
Yeah, sure. I'm born in Vancouver, raised in the Fraser Valley, most of the time spent in Langley itself, about 25 years in total, off and on. I've been in the Township of Langley and Langley area. I am a firefighter with the City of Richmond and Vice President of Richmond Firefighters Association. And being involved in that association kind of sparked an interest in politics. I really wasn't much of a politician mind, so to speak, going into this. So I just seeing the issues and stuff that go on with the township, it just made me want to get involved in our community. I see a lot of stuff going on with the development, and I'm a Brookswood resident, so the Brookswood Fernridge is close to my heart as well. I want to see a smart community plan for that. And public safety as well is one of my top priorities. That just goes with my background, just everything from community policing to our fire service to just the roads and the way we get around in our transportation. I just thought I could be that voice on council for that.
Well, thank you very much. I'm going to ask you a few questions about some of the issues in the campaign. One of them is something you just mentioned about roads and transportation.
Yeah.
And what improvements do you see are needed in the Township of Langley in terms of roads, public transit, and other forms of transportation?
Yeah, I'd like to see the township kind of work closer with TransLink and stuff, and just to get some of the faster services out to our community. I mean, we always seem to be the stop as far as transit goes. We're kind of the afterthought, it seems, in my mind. So I'd like to see stronger ties with TransLink, getting faster transit service out here, like the SkyTrain service. I'm on the fence whether light rail is the way to go. The way our infrastructure is built, I think we have no choice but to continue with the SkyTrain model, just because our roads are already impacted as it is, and that's just going to make a bigger impact. So, and then as we develop, I'd like to see development with roads kind of go hand in hand with the development of our communities as well. I think sometimes the township is a little bit behind in the way they develop their communities first and then seem to put the roads in a little bit later.
So you're thinking of situations like 208 Street, for example?
100%. That's the best example for that one.
Okay. Well, one other road issue that's been of concern to the Chamber, and it's not strictly a township issue, is the Highway 1.
Yes.
Because at the moment there are no plans for it to be wider than 2 lanes east of 216th Street where the new overpass is being built. We have felt and discussed it as a board and at the regional and provincial level that it really needs to be wider. What could you do as a member of Township Council to help push the provincial government to do that?
Well, part of the public safety comes into that. I know the first responders in this community are spending countless hours on that freeway due to all the accidents on there. So being a public safety advocate, that's a huge issue to bring forward. And we got the stats to prove it from that. That's not just, hey, there's lots of traffic on the road. There's a lot of stats showing how many times we're spending on there helping the citizens out because of the incidents that are occurring on that section of road. I mean, it's a bottleneck. We all see it. We all know it. We all drive it. So that's something I can be an advocate for sure on council for that. And as far as just the interest of knowing that as the township grows, we need to reach out to the next community east, being Abbotsford, and work with them and BC Roads and the federal government as well to make sure that is, I believe it should be widened 4-lane all the way to at least Abbotsford and then cut down to 3 to Chilliwack from there. Because, I mean, you talk to a lot of people that work in the township, they tend to be commuting in from Abbotsford and Chilliwack. So, I mean, it's a main thoroughfare for a lot of the people that work in this community.
Sounds like you're on board with us there.
Oh, 100%.
We appreciate that. Another issue, and I know that as a younger person, I'm sure you're very well aware of this, is the whole question of housing affordability.
Right.
And this ties in with what you just said about people commuting from further in. What can the township do to make more affordable housing available within its jurisdiction?
Tough question, but I think it's reaching out to other governments like BC Housing and stuff to basically plan our developments with them. Again, we always seem to be a little bit behind on on our developments. I mean, Willoughby, for one, I think it could have done better with putting some low-income housing, seniors housing, and even rental income housing and stuff into that community. And I
Right.
see if Brookswood's going to be that next big development, which I mean we all know it's pretty much going to be, I think we need to plan the community around that before we even start the infrastructure. Because we need to be inclusive, and that's one thing I'm campaigning on. It's being inclusive of everyone, not just the developers and the housing and stuff. We need everyone in that community. So rental housing is a big key to that. Low-income housing for our families, so we have a place to start off sometimes, like for our kids and stuff to actually get a house. And then on the other end of the spectrum, the seniors have a place for them as well. Because this is a community I want to grow old in, and another reason I stepped forward to do this is I want to make it a place that I'm happy to be here in 30, 40 years as well.
Well, thank you very much, Craig. And don't forget to vote on October 20th.
Definitely go and vote October 20th.